from Hezbollah, but also from their fellow Iranian-backed proxies here in the Middle East.
So that was Anna Foster there. With me here in the studio is Mohamed Taha from BBC Arabic. Hello, Mohamed. So I wonder, first off, let's just talk about some of the reactions since those strikes overnight and into this morning. What have we heard from Hezbollah?
Hezbollah is striking back by attacking some Israeli cities. We heard that missiles were launched into Sida, Sa'ir and Safad. Sirens were heard in these cities. Also sirens and maybe explosions also heard in suburb of Tel Aviv. So what Hezbollah is doing is continuing launching missiles into Israel, proving that however Israel managed to enter into to do this land limited incursion into Lebanon, they still fire back into Israeli cities, which is giving the Israeli an indication that they need to do more.
Okay, in terms of doing more, pressure continues to come from Israel's strongest ally, and that is the United States. There was a meeting with the two defence ministers, Yoav Gallant and Austin Powell. What do we know about what was discussed and that following warning to Iran?
Yeah. It's a rare opportunity recently that we see that Israel and the United States are agreeing on this target, on this limited incursion into Lebanon. We saw lots of differences between the United States and Israel regarding many things that happened in Gaza, including what happened in Rafah, including Philadelphia corridor that's separating Egypt from Gaza. But we can see that kind of agreement between both sides that Hezbollah should move from the villages that are on the borders between Lebanon and Israel in order for them to eliminate a little bit the opportunities of launching missiles into Israel.
Okay, and of course this is impacting the innocent, the IDPs, internally displaced people. People were told to evacuate. Many of these people already have left, forced to leave their homes. What do we know about their fate? Where are they going?
This is the biggest story at the moment because according to the Lebanese authorities, there are 1 million displaced persons at the moment. We hear from our Lebanese colleagues in BBC Arabic and from our friends in Lebanon how the situation in Beirut is. People are living in the streets, in the open air. They don't have anywhere to go. The southern suburb of Beirut, which is the stronghold of Hezbollah, became nearly empty because Israel is targeting everywhere, and they are launching continuous warning to the residents there to move from place to place. Israel struck the area that around the airport last night, which is really alarming, and they returned to strike other areas like Haret Harik and other areas in the suburb of Beirut. This situation is getting really dangerous, and the hospitals, many hospitals cannot deal with the number of injured people at the moment.
Mohamed, I'm going to ask you to stay with me here in the studio. We'll come back to you shortly. In the meantime, I'm just going to turn to our next guest and speak to Gina Abercrombie-Winstanley, who is the chair of the Middle East Policy Council and also senior non-resident scholar at the Atlantic Council. Hello, and welcome to the programme. First off, I wonder, could you tell me what amount of diplomacy is possibly taking place behind the scenes?
Sure. Well, diplomacy has been at work from the very beginning of this conflict. At this time, we certainly seen publicly some of the results of that diplomacy, which